What's up? What's up? Welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. Let's see. I almost moved this bad boy back, man. This morning, there's a lot going on this morning. It seemed like I don't feel like, I don't really like today's like MLB. I don't know. Like there's something weird about it for sure. Like there's nothing really like overly jumping out at me. Um, we gotta get some people in here to talk to see if you guys seen the same or not. Oops, let me see. I lost my notes. Shoot, I forgot to post. Just a second. Just a second. Let me put this. I normally post this in the Discord too. Let me do that real fast. Notify. Okay. Whatever. Let's just do it. All right. Well, hopefully people trickle in here. Not every day is going to be, a ton of people or whatever. So we'll hope we get some more people in here. I'll complain here first and then get some people in here going or whatever. Try and, live just on YouTube today. Try not to go live on Twitter and YouTube every day. Because obviously I want people to come on over to YouTube, stay on Twitter and everything doesn't do, a ton for me or whatever. I like my own video here real quick. Okay. Anyhow, I don't have any graphics or anything like that. This morning, I don't know. Some mornings are better than others. My son's super. I'm like not straight on here. My son's super whiny this morning. Got him down for a nap late, and then the other one hurt his back or says he hurt his back. And like I said, I don't really. Yesterday I felt great about the MLB slate. Like I even wanted to tweet and be like, I'm going to hit every play. And like realistically, I was seconds away from hitting every play. But I end up in the Discord with a 3-2 day, up a unit. So I'll certainly take it. We go 1-2 in the podcast. Frustrating. But near misses on a lot of this stuff. Man, I mean, like talking about Yoshi Yamamoto, he had, 17 and a half outs, played him in the Discord. It was like minus 130, played it for just a unit. And the man, didn't walk anybody the entire game, walks a guy, gets an out, walks another guy. He's in trouble. He gets pulled at like only 80 pitches or something like that. He's only at 80 some pitches and he gets pulled. We get hooked. I had him over 17 and a half. He ends up going 17 because he gets in trouble in the top of the 6th inning, but he's still only like low, I think like 84 pitches or something like that. So super frustrating, unfortunately, to miss that one. And then it just kind of, fell apart after that. But real quick here, today's Tuesday, 5/14. Yesterday I talked about the early up promo. I would suggest playing it on the Guardians. That one came in, playing it on the early up. What's up, TJ? The early up promo for the Guardians came in, although it took them all the way into the 8th inning for anything to happen. But that one cashed. So like I said, I don't call them official plays or anything like that though. Colin Ray over 15 and a half outs. That one cashed for us too, but man, barely. He had a 30 pitch first inning, a 28 pitch second inning, a 20 pitch third inning, an 8 pitch fourth inning. And somehow he comes out with like 95 pitches in the 6th inning. And he pitches all the way through the 6th inning, gets 18 outs. So he, like I said, I mean, he was 3 for 3 at home to the over. He's going 18 in all of them. He goes 18 again. I mean, honestly, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that cashed. I mean, I chalked it at like the 3rd inning. I was on a run, kind of paying attention to it. I mean, in the 2nd inning, he went 3 up, 3 down, but it was a 6-pitch strikeout, 6-pitch strikeout, and then a 9-pitch ground out. That's just the downside to the outs prop sometimes is that, like, I mean, he had until he gave up that home run, like he had, pitched okay or, after that or whatever, but just gave up a lot of outs. Look at Jordan Montgomery. It doesn't matter that he didn't make it because I mean the Rockies won. Hudson got his first win of the year, first win in forever. It seems like, man, I would have been probably a little more upset if I used that as like a quote unquote juice reducer and Montgomery hit. But another one, Montgomery made it all the way until the sixth, and he gave up 3 hits in the sixth inning, fell apart. So he was, we were in the last inning. I mean, it's not a hook because he only went 16 and needed 18. I still consider it essentially like a hook, kind of, because he was still within the inning. He made it to the inning. He just couldn't make it through the inning. But like I said, Hudson, got the win. Unfortunately, I guess that one was doomed. I did say, like, hey, like Jordan Montgomery at home hasn't been doing that well. I mean, I wouldn't say he pitched bad, but he certainly gave up some runs, and he didn't cover. So maybe we look at him away next time. And then the Padres -1.5. Unfortunately, it just never had a chance. Man, it never had a chance. Padres got killed. Looking at the slate today, there's a lot of we got this 1 o'clock game of the Phillies and the Mets. I think could be a fantastic game. I almost wanted to play the over at 8. And then you look, like the Phillies are still missing Real Muto. I think the Mets are missing people. Buto, it has been pitching okay. Nola has the potential, but once again, Nola has been, off and on. But man, after that though, like a lot of these games, like I'm not overly interested in. Like I'm gonna have to do some research, but like there's no like pitcher props that like overly jump out at me. There's no like big advantages. I mean, you're even looking at the Braves -196 to the Cubs. Like Chris Sale's pitching, but like the Cubs are still tough. They got Taylon on the mound, and he's been all like okay. Just a lot of tight games, I guess. And maybe I'm just not. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just like I said, like I looked at the slate yesterday, and it's just like everything just came to me. Like I seen what I liked. I played a Phillies over 2.5 team total and Dodgers money line. Dodgers money line was sweaty, obviously. I went to bed. I saw it was going into overtime. I just went to sleep. I was like, forget this. I'm not staying up any longer. But that hit. It was a +100. That hit. Yamamoto was a good read. I mean, I felt like I seen the board extremely well yesterday. And then there's days where I look at it here and I'm just like, I don't like a lot. And I suppose that's going to happen. And then that's where what separates like I guess a good, gambler versus a bad that's going to just like continue to throw. I threw 5 units yesterday. That's usually my max in the Discord. I had 5, 1-unit plays today. I'm sure I'll find something that I like. I'm looking like this Slade Sessione guy for the Diamondbacks. His over outs is at 14.5 or -215, which is like insane. The Reds have been weak. This scene, and I like it, but it's like, what am I missing? If you parlay that with like the Padres money line or something like that, it's not a bad look. Padres have moved all the way up to a -300 on FanDuel. Like, do they really deserve that? Cal Quantrill hasn't been that bad away or at home. Dylan Cease is, not the same Dylan Cease. It's just there's just not any like gross like mismatches today, I guess. And that's what I usually want to play at. And then not speaking of, but that's how I normally play college baseball. I don't know if there's any college baseball up on the board. That's something I certainly could get behind, is messing with college baseball. There are college baseball games today. Might have to look at that. No, like big. Like I like when like Clemson plays some bullshit like Charlotte or something. There's really no big schools playing. I mean, Miami, Florida playing, but Miami sucks. Virginia Tech against James Madison, but James Madison can be kind of crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that Hudson got the win. A decent sized slate for college baseball, but like a lot of it's just the way I like the mismatch. I like taking the aces versus I like taking something, like a very lopsided team, put them together +100. There's really not a lot of that right now in college baseball. I don't know. I guess I'm just in my I don't know. If things aren't jumping out to me, then it's, maybe it's meant to just chill. And I bought a bunch of jalapeno plants yesterday. I got to get those, planted, and I don't know. Anyway, let's get into plays here today. I don't have any graphics today. No spiel about anything. Like I said, I mean, I was I made my thumbnail real quick, and then I kind of, I finished up these notes here, 10 minutes before the start. Today might be an okay day for some home runs we can put together here too at the end real quick, but we'll get through these plays real quick. I will probably be on more, like, I'm for sure going to play. There's a 30% boost on FanDuel that does not have a restriction. So I'm for sure going to do some kind of like builder type play, because they have like, you can same game parlay WNBA now. So like you can, some girl to get 4 rebounds minus, 300 or something. Put that, some of that safe stuff together, try to get it, builder wise, and just go kind of light, I think, today, depending on what jumps out at me. But I do think this first Phillies and Mets game is going to be good. I already have like it's a plus 1130, like same game parlay. Just put a 0.1 unit on it kind of thing, just to have something out. But we'll talk about that game here in a second. But all right, here we go. WNBA kicks off today. Caitlin Clark is our thumbnail player of the day, female of the day, first female. What's the word? First female, whatever athlete. I can't think of what I want to say. Over under a 20.5. I got under. I'm going under. I think that the entire world is on her over today. You guys have seen me, I think, do this multiple times too. Like Paul Skeens, when he pitched, I was like, all right, take the Cubs. Like I am fairly pessimistic about like a rookie coming in and whether or not they're going to perform. NFL, a bit different. I think, and there's more preparation. You're preparing like, forever for one game, where this is like one of the other games. I think that Marcus, yeah, no run first inning might not be bad. Just in terms of, just because they are like tougher matchups. So maybe the under 1.5 play I did, yeah, it was sweaty. Like literally 2 of the 3 all scored a run. But I like to look at who is it? Professor on Twitter. Dude puts out a lot of good cheat sheets. Does he have a no run first inning? Yeah, he does. He puts out like guys that are on like streaks or whatever, in terms of it, to kind of see, you can see like the green matchups. Like Kyle Bradish is on a 21 game no run first inning streak. Last year he was 29-1. This year he's 2-1. Chris Batsett's got a +2. So like maybe that's a good game kind of thing. But anyway, in her first preseason game, she put up 21 points. She shot 5 for 13 from 3. In her second game, she scored just 12 points. She shot 2 for 9 from 3. I think the expectation is that she's going to live or die by the 3. Her point line, or her 3 line, is over 3.5, if I'm not mistaken, at minus 180. Let me pull that up here, because I thought that was pretty high. Player threes. Yeah, well, it came down over 3.5 minus 162. So there's expectation. The books are thinking she's going to have 4 threes. Obviously, equates to 12 points. The Suns, last year Connecticut Suns had a good defense. I just don't see them letting the rookie come into their home and dropping 21, plus points. She's going to be that rookie phenom. But, it's an away game. They're 7-point dogs. I am not as familiar with the WNBA as I am the NBA. I don't know how often there are blowouts or anything like that. I know that's not a regular thing. I don't know how often these players get pulled in a blowout, but I think it's going to be a really big moment. And is she going to show up and just show out? I mean, she certainly has all her career. Definitely no shade. I think she's going to be a great player. I just think that this was a solid defense last year, and I don't see her coming in and dropping a ton of points. I think the line is super inflated. I think that, in a week or so, she could be sitting in like the 17 and 18 range. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I could go through and look, but I mean, this has to be like the highest point total on the board. I don't think I'm about to actually, can I even look here? Oh, I don't want to click through it. Like, I mean, because you have, like, I was going to say, Brianna Stewart right out of the gate is a 21.5. I mean, she's been, a star for the longest time. But I'm not going to go through all their games. I think it's a hair high. Like I said, I think it's because everybody has this expectation or whatever that she's going to do well. And if you look, she's on literally every promo. Everybody's talking about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark. It's going to be, the preseason had, talking about venues reporting, sold out, stadiums and everything like that. Like, I mean, she's good for money, everything. There's every damn Prize Picks, Underdog. Everybody's got her to score over a point. She's featured in so obviously she's going to do that. She's featured in literally everything. You see people on Twitter talking about her dropping 40 points tonight, 35, 40. She's going to drop 50 points at some time, this year, so on and so forth. I mean, whatever. Like I said, like I'm not hating, I'm not fading. If she goes over this, then like cool, like I'll wear the loss. But I think that it's a big moment. I think I'm looking at a 7-point spread, which if you realistically though, it's crazy. If you look at these spreads, like it's an 11-point spread, 7, 8.5, and 17-point spread. The Aces to the Mercury. Like realistically, I guess a 7.5-point spread is more so is closer anyway. And yeah, the college season did just end. She has not had a ton of time to adapt to like the big leagues and everything like that. Look, I've said it before, like there's a lot of things that can go wrong in betting or go good for us betting an under. Then you need less things to happen. Sorry, I'm like, for those of you, my son, my 4-year-old's literally always running around on the show. I keep hearing like noises, and I always gotta kind of keep an ear out for him. She could get in foul trouble. They could be a blowout. Her shot could be off. She could be getting double teamed. There's all these things that can happen for the under to hit. Versus for the over, she has to shoot well. She has to perform against good defense. She has to overcome adversity of her first game. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I think the under is going to hit under 20.5. It will open at 21.5, so it's actually come down a little bit. Don't get me wrong, she's been good. She could hit this in plenty of time. Maybe today. I think the moment's going to be too big. Second play is going to be the Astros -1.5. That is on FanDuel plus 118. The Astros are throwing Ronel Blanco on the road. He's got a 1-0 record, a 2.14 ERA, but opposing hitters are batting just 0.143 against them in 21 innings or 3 starts. So he's actually been pretty phenomenal. I think I meant to say at home, not on the road. At home, I mean. At home, he's over these numbers. We were on Blanco's outs the other day. It's got set to 17.5, and he literally has been living at the 18 or 17 mark. There's not a huge advantage on it. It's something that one of the first things I kind of looked at today because it was a bet that we hit before. What's the line on it? I wonder. Pitcher props over 17.5 -125. Like I said, I gotta look harder. Nothing popped out at me this morning or 4 a.m. when I was doing the bottle feed this morning. Today's gonna have to be a little bit of a research day, but I think I'm gonna wait, see some lineups come out, wait for any reports to come out, anything like that, and kind of just go about my day since a lot of these games start. Like I'm not about to bet this White Sox Nationals game. So I mean, I got 7 hours until the slate really starts. So I got some time. I don't have to force it early. Normally I do have my plays ready to rock. I know what I like by this time. But outside of this Phillies Mets same game parlay I'm gonna put out in the Discord, I think I'm probably chilling. Anyway, though, he's been great. On the year, he's 4-0 with a 2.23 ERA. A's throwing JP Sears. Is that JP Sears? Yeah, I think that's JP Sears. I know it's Sears. On the road, he's let's see, he's 3-2 with a 4.20 ERA. Pretty up and down. Like he's had some really good starts and he's had some really bad starts. He's had good starts against but he has the benefit of going against like the Cardinals, the Tigers, the Yankees, I mean, some of these teams that like are their offenses are like really hit and miss. So he's been up and down in that sense. I know this A's team has been fantastic too. I seen Underdog tweet about it yesterday. Underdog MLB, I follow for like lineup updates and everything like that. Highly recommend following them on Twitter if you're not. Uh, how they're number one in like every offensive category since like April 28th. So in the last 2 weeks, they've just been literally on fire. But this is still the Astros and it's still the Athletics. It's the Athletics away. If you look at their last 10 away games, they've lost 7 of them. If you take it even farther, of those 7, they've lost 6 of them by 2 or more runs. A lot of them have been like blowouts or by a lot more than that. The A's are a scrappy team. Don't get me wrong. The A's have been a solid offensive team, but I hold on to this trust that I have for the Astros. If I'm not mistaken, they have the highest batting average in the league. I just they're going to be they're hitting the ball. They're just not finding holes. They're still getting good barrel rate, hard hit rate, everything like that. I think the Astros, kind of, and once again, the A's are going on the road, and they haven't been great on the road. They've only won 30% of their last 10 games, and I like it, like the look. Astros -1.5. And I was about to say, like, some the Athletics haven't been a bad like early up type team, and like even really like looking through, where's DraftKings at on this other man, there's not even really anything jumping out at me like early up wise. Like part of me thinks like the Phillies, but -135 is, look, it's not bad, but day games are just weird. So that's why I'm only going to put just a little bit on it, because day games, I thought I liked the over, but day games have been weird and there's like nothing happens in them. The Marlins maybe +150 against the Tigers. Sometimes their offense, gets out to a good start. I ran the Guardians yesterday. It might not be another, Jack Leiter's on the mound again. Like, he hasn't been fantastic. Orioles, Bassett's been bad. Yeah, Bassett has. The last time I faded Bassett, though, he looked fantastic against the Phillies, I think it was. But then apparently he pitches really well against the Phillies. The Royals against the Mariners, but Logan Gilbert last time pitched horrendous. So, I mean, like, you would think that he's going to be, better this time around. There's just not a lot like jumping out at me for this early up. So I'm going to have to look around again. TJ, I feel like you're like the second person that I've seen. I think Chuck said something about the Orioles. Kyle Bradish. Well, this is only his probably second start since he's been back from injury. I think the Orioles did lose that game, if I'm not mistaken, by 1. So, we talk about like doing the 2-leg, parlays or whatever too, like the safe type stuff or whatever. But I would imagine the Orioles might not be a bad look. You like that young offense that tends to, bounce back kind of thing. After that though, like I would think that the Braves beat the Cubs. I guess that realistically, I should say Astros money line. If I like them -1.5, I should say Astros isn't a bad look. So you do like the Astros and then like the Orioles money line, you're at +150. Maybe that's the way I want to do it today, is try to just take some longer odd type stuff instead of playing like full units, like Orioles money line, Astros money line, and then like throw in like Padres or something +380. Padres have to win today. I mean, there's no way they lose to the Rockies 2 games in a row, especially at home. Anyway, third play for the day. Man, looking at these pitcher versus batter matchups, like there's some crazy stats on here. Some of these guys, I mean, like Pete Alonso's hit 5 home runs against Aaron Nola. Isaac Paredes has owned Pivetta pretty well, 3 home runs. I feel like we could, if we cook up some like batter versus pitcher, even home run type stuff. I mean, we got some. Juan Soto has hit this Chris Paddock, really well. Two hits, 2 home runs. Gunnar again, lefty righty is at 2 home runs against Bassett. Adley hit 2 home runs yesterday. Maybe we run Gunnar back. We were at Gunnar yesterday. But Alec Bohm, I think. 2+ total bases. That is I don't have it pulled up. Yes, I do. Plus 130. Um, man, he's been hot in his last 5 games. He's over this in 3 of 2. Or I'm sorry, in what in the hell am I trying to say? He's over in 3 of 5, going hitless yesterday, breaking up a streak of 2 total bases in 3 straight games. He's been hitting the ball really well. He's got a 329 batting average on the year against right-handed pitchers. It dips a little bit. He's got a 313 against right-handed pitchers, but obviously that's still fantastic. Anything over the anything over a 3 is obviously really good. The main play is going to be Fade and Buto though. I mean, he's killed him in his young career. He faced him 8 times in his career. He has 5 hits, 2 of those being singles, 3 of them being home runs. I mean, dude's hit bombs. He's only hit 4 home runs this year, so I mean, nothing like substantial. It's like a plus 680. So it's not something I probably wanted to put in not something I want to put in a home run lotto. I mean, of course it's a lotto, but I still want a home run realistic type play. I do feel like taking him for a home run on the Dinger Tuesday promo, though, could be really solid. You got to put $25 on it. You get $5 for every home run. But I mean, you got guys, like I said, like Alonso's hit 5 home runs against Nola. Bohm has hit 3 against Buto. I know it gets better. Marte's hit a home run. Nemo's hit a home run. McNeil's not in, but he's hit a home run. A lot of these Mets have hit Nola really well. Like I said, Alonso 5. And then let's see, Aaron Nola. Oops, wait. What do I want to pull up? Oh, Jose. Castellanos has hit a home run against them. So I think there's gonna be a lot of home runs. That's a good little payout too at plus 680. So the wind is also blowing out at Citi Field, but due to the way like the stadium's constructed, like the way the walls are and everything, wind doesn't play a huge factor. So it really is like like a pitcher's ballpark. But I mean, any little bit of wind that we have that might influence the ball, just the slightest, I'll certainly take it. I think there's like a plus 6. Pull it up here. Oh, plus 3% increase in home runs. So obviously that's not, substantial. It's not a green, like the White Sox is plus 12%. I mean, and we've even seen higher than that, a 20-30% in like Philly. But look, it's kind of juicy. Plus 130. I would play it to win a unit. I probably wouldn't put a full unit on it. So I mean, you put like 0.6, 0.7, whatever that is, to get a unit back. But he's hit them really well. And if you look at like Adley yesterday, like Adley's pitcher versus batter versus pitcher matchup, dude, like I mean, I was on his total bases. I did like a collab with somebody. I mean, he had 8 total bases at 2 home runs. Like he had shown that he's hit this pitcher really well, and he did. He came out and certainly did that. I feel like I used to do a lot of the handicapping that way last year, and I feel like I kind of fell off of it. So maybe today we have ourselves a good day if we stick to the history they've had against these pitchers. Because there's, like I said, there's some pretty good stuff here. And I think this first game is going to be, like Pete Alonso has 16 hits against Aaron Nola. Nemo's got 12 hits. They both bat nearly 300. I mean, I think it's going to be a pretty good game, to be honest. So to recap, TJ got the same plays. Yeah, it's pretty good. Always good synergy. Recap here, and then we can talk some home runs real fast. I'm like low key starving too, by the way. I got to get some lunch. I don't know what I'm going to have. But we're going to go Caitlin Clark under 20.5 points. Astros minus 1.5. And then Alec Bohm. Man, that's not one I think I need to look up. You never know. Everybody, it's Alcantara versus Alcantara. All different ways to pronounce stuff. Those are the 3 plays. Like I said, early up promo almost would lean Guardians today. But I haven't like actually looked into like stats and stuff. It's just kind of like off the top of my head or whatever. I can here in a second. Or my phone could just be really slow. But all right, does anybody have any home run hitters we can kind of crowdsource today a bit? And then I can mention, I mean, there's some obvious ones, I think, but yeah, without looking at weather. And those guys all have some pretty good. Those are all batter versus pitcher matchups, I think. Trent, what was I trying to do? Guardians. Yeah, today just feels weird. I don't know if you guys ever get that feeling or not. So Ben Lively's got a 2.63 ERA. He definitely pitches better at home. And then Jack Leiter, dude, Jack Leiter's been getting just torn up. Why don't we? I mean, why not? Do you like leader? God, his dad pitched probably when I was just a little guy. He's given up 13 runs in his 2 starts. The dude is just getting annihilated. Both of his starts have been away, so is he going to pitch really well at home? I don't know. He certainly hasn't proven that he could pitch well. I feel like the Guardians is probably not a bad. The Guardians took until the 8th inning and they still scored 7 runs. The Guardians for the early up -102, honestly, not a bad look. Like if you have the early up promo, I just feel like you're doing yourself a disservice not using it. Not only do you have a chance of winning the full game, but if you go up too quick and then still lose, you still win. I mean, it's value. Okay, let me pull FanDuel up here. Shit, I gotta pull another FanDuel up. I don't want to lose my parlay I put together. Okay. I think, I just feel like the whole world is probably going to be. No, I feel the whole world is going to be on Alonso, Paredes, and Bohm. Alonso's hit 5 against Nola. Paredes has hit 3 against Pavetta. Bohm's hit 2 against Buto. But like I said, Bohm, his odds are too high. I'd rather play him straight. So I don't think we would want to add him. Let's see. Weather-wise, I mean, we do have a chance. There is a chance of rain in Baltimore and the White Sox game, so like those aren't great. Minnesota has wind blowing in, so we don't want to probably mess with. You got a -23% increase or decrease in home run. Once again, we can, of course, they could have 10 home runs in that game, but Juan Soto probably isn't a good look. That was another one that was pretty high. The San Francisco game is off. Does have bad as another bad one. The Giants. So, somebody said Henderson. Trent said Henderson. We were on Gunner yesterday. Adley was the guy hitting all the home runs. Bassett has. I don't know how many home runs he's given up, but I mean, he certainly has struggled. He did pitch well against the Phillies the other day, though. Like I said, I think Gunnar Henderson's not a bad one. He hits the majority of his home runs are against righties, as we said yesterday. So I think Gunnar Henderson's probably a pretty good look. TJ, that messes you up because I see you said something about a Baltimore guy. Henderson's due, though. He hasn't hit one in a minute, I don't feel like. Wheels. Devers, any Red Sox player just pisses me off. So unless you have like a fantastic reason for him, I hate the Red Sox. Not in a sense of I like to win money. Bassett is giving up the long ball, you're saying? So I don't want to double up. I don't want to double up in the Orioles game. I think I like Gunner. Gunner has not hit a home run in a while, I don't think. Let me see. So I feel like he's due. And then once again, you got the lefty-righty matchup, and like he really excels in that. And there's some of that. Okay, he actually hit a home run 2 games ago. But he's gone 0 for 4 and 0 for 4. I think he's due to hit a home run. And we were on him yesterday, which means we'll hit a home run today. That's my thing there. I feel obligated to. I'm gonna throw him in here. Let's put Alonso in here. Damn, Alonso's odds actually kind of suck. Plus 500. Let's put Alonso on there for the time being. Isaac Paredes. Where are they playing at today? Where they at? Oh, there's actually the wind's actually blowing out, but it says that there's a 10% increase in runs, but because it's like you got like the big green monster and all that stuff, it definitely makes things a little more difficult. I think Paredes though, that's not a bad decrease in home runs. And I was betting on that guy a bunch early, and then I stopped. No particular reason. We'll add him on there too. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong. Okay. Yelich against Priester. He just came back from injury, right? How's he been? My son's got the chip bag or something. I can. What a little asshole, man. I can hear it. It's probably the Doritos I told him he can't eat. Sawyer, come here. He's like literally going to bring the chips in here, and he knows he's not supposed to have them. Yeah. We can go with Yelly. Hey, why do you have those chips? Didn't I tell you no? Yeah. We're about to eat lunch. Go in your room. He's a brat. We can do Yelly. They're in a dome, so I mean that's beneficial. Priester's, fairly below average, I think. Damn, plus 560. That's fuck. I keep doing it on the wrong tab. Okay, so we got to take one away because right now it's plus 100,000, and we're not going to roll that. Gunnar Henderson. I vote probably take Pete Alonso off because I feel like everybody and their mother is going to be on Pete Alonso to hit home run because he's hit 5 against Nola. But he's also got not bad odds either. Gunnar Henderson, Pete Alonso, Isaac Paredes, and Christian Yelich. I think probably take Alonso off. Even though I do like him, but I don't want to play a plus 100,000 because we can't hit, a plus 10,000. Could you imagine? Like, why not? Just one time. Put $10 on it to win $11,000. Like, why can't that happen to us? Why can't that happen to me? I've been doing this for so long. I've never hit a big lotto like that. Like, what have I literally say it all the time to my wife. Like, what have I done to not deserve this? Why do these other people get to hit this stuff? Why can't I? This is still a big one. $10 to pay out nearly $1,900. We're going to run with Gunnar Henderson, Isaac Paredes, and our boy Yelly. That's what we're going to do. Plus 18, 776. 776. Sounds good to me. That's all I got. Unless anybody else has anything. If you're in the Discord, I've got some work to do. Today's board just really not jumping out at me. So we'll look into that, and I'll post the home run lotto here in case you missed it or you want to see it or something like that. at Live Joe Bets on Twitter. Make sure you're following me. If you have not subscribed to the channel and you're in here, please do that too. Before you leave, make sure you hit the like button for me too. I don't know how the algorithm works, but I know that people. I need also one more person to sub to hit 850. So help me with that. Neighborhood, you can go back and watch it on the recorded version. All right. Yeah, hit the like, hit the sub for me. Appreciate you, Dorian. I need one more for 850. Oh, 851. So somebody else help me out. Appreciate you guys. We are so close to 1,000. Anyhow, I'm gonna get out of here. To recap again real quick, we're going Caitlin Clark under 20.5, Astros minus 1.5, Alec Baum over 2 total bases, and then the home run lotto is going to be Gunnar Henderson, Isaac Paredes, and Christian Yelich plus 18,776. After 1,000 comes 1,001. Yep. And that's it, right? That's it. Oh, what's today? Tuesday. Tomorrow's normal. I don't think I'm gonna have any. There's definitely a day coming up where I wasn't gonna be able to do the podcast. I don't remember what it is, but it's tomorrow. I'm gonna take my brother out for sushi, but that's gonna be later in the day. Thursday, I think Jay Bookie's gonna be on the show. He's from Twitter. He does like builder type stuff with me. If he's still gonna be around, then I'm gonna try to get Feezy on here on Saturday for MMA. We've had him on here before too. I was working on trying to get some people. There's somebody that watches that I've talked to in the past, and I got to actually message him back, but he might come on too because I do have this. I paid for it. I got this double screen thing here, so yeah. Feezy's been on the show before. Me and Feezy go back for a couple years. So, all right. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Like it, subscribe it, and follow me on Twitter at Live Joe Bets. And I will see you guys back tomorrow.